work at Local Foods, your role is always changing, evolving, growing. Currently, you are introducing your products to a large number of chefs around Chicago, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I one time saw you on stage directly before or after Rick Bayless one time. You know, and you seemed to, I think he maybe, I remember he introduced you. I'm wondering about, as an example, your relationship with him. What is that about? How did it evolve, and where's it at today?
I think Chicago's very lucky to have Rick Bayless as an advocate for the food community here. You know, Chicago is a great city for supporting small farms and sustainable food, and just knowing where your product's from. Being able to interact with him the way I have has been a real privilege. You know, it's been really great. He very much supports what we do. He's very humble about it. You know, he would come into our restaurant. He came into the old butcher shop. You know, he asks a lot of questions. He really gets interested in what you do at a very sort of fundamental level. And it's really a great experience to have somebody of that caliber and that degree of success talk to somebody like me as though he has something to learn. It makes you feel pretty good about yourself. And you know, having these experiences, I've done everything I can without being a nag to keep that relationship going. And you know, we meet up at events and we see each other in the city from time to time. And you know, we always have a really pleasant conversation. And I always leave there feeling like, you know, I have this guy's support. And you know, it's great. He's a kind of mentor. He's the kind of person who will talk to anybody about food if it means he has something to learn. He's a very smart guy when it comes to the business end of things, but he's also a great example for people all over this country in that you can build, you know, you can build a company like he has. You know, these restaurants are really busy and they're making a lot of money and they're doing really well and it's growing, and you know, the amount of money that he spends with small family farms is staggering. You know, if he switched all of that to commodity growers, then he would probably, I mean, his profits would go through the roof. But instead, he really practices what he preaches. I mean, if you take a tour of the Frontera Topolo kitchens, I mean, these guys buy up corn in such massive quantities so that they can preserve it and have great product to use all year long, so that all their tamales are being made from this amazing cornmeal, and like all these peppers that they want to use in their sauces and salsas, that like it's all good product coming from small family farms. And that is such a great example to guys like me and to young cooks coming up and to people who just don't think it can be done. It can.